But the Lord just said on the thing, everybody got to get one. I don't even know why you don't have lawyers. Lauren and Chris.
Who are you?
Here we are again for another episode of Press Pass, where we take a look at some of the live shows from some of your favorite artists, known and unknown, and critique those on a round of applause basis, 1 to 5, 5 being the best. Once again, my name is Calvin. I'm your photographer. So I bet you're probably wondering what's going on. Trust me, we're gonna get to it. But to start it off, we did check out a show today, Lupe Fiasco. Probably one of my least favorite shows that I've gone to. We'll get into that a little more. But here we are. We're going to start off with the venue. Once again, we're at Gas Monkey. Gas Monkey, like I said, as always, one of my favorite places to shoot. Very large venue. They treated me right this time. There was some new girl at the bar down by the pit this time. She actually gave me a free drink because she said I was working, and I appreciate that. I wish I could have tipped her, but I didn't have no cash on me. Does that make me a bad person? You tell me. I was gonna pay with a card and tip from there, but whatever. Gas Monkey Security. I usually love Gas Monkey Security because they're on it. I like them. They make sure I'm safe. They keep me safe. But this time, guys, you just kind of taking it a little bit too overboard now, especially at a Lupe Fiasco concert. Nobody's doing anything crazy at a Lupe show. You guys are probably still wondering what in the world I'm talking about. We're going to get to it. Keep watching. Next, we're going to take a look at our promoter. Our promoter this time, Legna Entertainment. I've spoke on them before. Definitely did the norm. The crowd was a little lighter than usual. It is a Lupe show, so I mean, when you got an artist who really hadn't put out a whole lot of work recently, that kind of tends to happen. But nonetheless, they brought a crowd. I think it may have been about 600 people that were in the building. So it's not too bad, but when you're in a big venue like Gas Monkey, it looks like nobody. One thing I did like this time around, which Legna is notorious for, they were on time this time. They were actually a bit early. If I remember looking at the list of people to go on, they had actually maybe missed somebody. I don't know if this was before or after I got there. You know how I do. I got 3 openers max for you, and then I got that's my limit. I'm sorry. So, but when I did check out the updated list, it seemed like they were on time, maybe a little bit ahead of schedule, which you can't complain about that. If you've stood on Gas Monkey's floor for long enough, you'll definitely appreciate something like that. Uh-oh. Y'all seen that? Here we are. Now, I will say, Legna, once again, they shouldn't even offer VIP for this one. I really felt bad for the people who did have VIP because you didn't need it. You just didn't. It's unfortunate, but I mean, you don't know until you know, and they found out when they got there that VIP definitely wasn't needed. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said previously too, though, Legna is always notorious for having a lot of openers. This time around, they had about 6. I caught 3. And that was it for me. So shout out to the first 3. I don't know how your performance was, but if it was good, hopefully, you know, I'll see you again and you can be one of the final 3 openers next time. If not, you better step your game up. Now we will move on to our opening acts. Our first opening act that I was able to check out was a guy by the name of Mickey Fax.
It's okay, it's okay. You know, we both got hands. So now listen, I need y'all to sing this like you in the bathroom by yourself in the shower. 1, 2, 3, go! I got a feeling. It's automatic. I got a feeling. It's automatic. I got a feeling. It's automatic.
Now, I won't lie, before the night of the show, I had heard the name Mickey Factz before. I couldn't tell you any of his music at the time, unfortunately, but I had heard the name, which says something. Now, when I did catch him performing as an opening act here, kind of threw me off, but that's neither here nor there. It wasn't until he actually got on stage and kind of told his story that I realized that, whoa, he's been through some things. If you ever get a chance to catch a show, he has a song where he kind of dedicates to his story, where he talks about at one point having like $90,000 in the bank to having $4.14 in the bank. And for him to keep it real like that, I had to appreciate that performance. I loved it. He had good stage presence. He was honestly my personal favorite of the night. But to know he had a story to tell that's that drastic, you just got to respect it. And for him to still be in this industry, man, that's dedication. Big dedication. So shout out to Mickey Factz. Hope to see you again. I'll get you those photos if I hadn't already by the time this is posted. But yeah, that's Mickey Factz. Our next opening act was a brother by the name of Billy Blue. I want to say he's out of Miami, maybe. Now this guy, he wasn't the greatest in terms of music for me, but he definitely knew how to put on a show. It was just unfortunate that I felt the crowd was just a little light, you know, just not really up to par, you know. Maybe they didn't have enough drinks. Maybe you should lower your prices at Gas Monkey. Maybe they'll buy more drinks. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But he definitely had a lot of energy on stage. He and his DJ had a really good rapport that I found was rare amongst a lot of artists. So I liked him personally. Not so much the music, but definitely as a performer, he had it. He's a very funny guy, definitely a character.
So this ain't no rap music. This is like that white girl, white boy way speak getting fucked up. This like this like this. Get on, hey! Hold on. Y'all sold me out for the DJ though.
He brought his DJ to swap places, so he actually went up in the DJ booth at one point and he was spinning, like trying to hype the crowd up, and the DJ did his hype thing. You know how the DJs are kind of doing now, being DJ / hype men, and yeah, they did that. Didn't quite work, unfortunately, but needless to say, it was still good for me. I enjoyed it. Lupe Fiasco. I don't have any stuff for him. Let me tell you what happened at this show, you guys. Man, this was by far one of the most crazy experiences that I've had at any show that I've ever shot. At any show. I've done some crazy things to get in shows, and it's turned out better than this. So, I'm standing at the stage talking to one of the security guards at Gas Monkey. Cool guy. We were chopping it up. He gets something on his headset. He says, man, somebody backstage is coming in. It's an artist. He doesn't want to get wanded. You might want to go check that out. I don't know if he knew I had press pass going on and I was going to want to see that, but he definitely said, you might want to go check that. You might want to go check that out. That could be something. So what do? Of course I go check it out. So I go backstage, and the clip that I played at the beginning of the show, that's how that went down. You didn't get to see it all. But what happened was I went out, had my camera up. I was trying to keep it low because I really just needed the audio more than the visual, because I was trying to figure out what's going on. So then I find out that it's Lupe that doesn't want to get wanded coming in. And I don't know about y'all, but if somebody's not wanting to get wanded, I'm going to have questions. Lupe doesn't want to get wanded, and you heard what she said.
It's not that he doesn't want to get wanded, he just doesn't like to get wanded.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. But we are talking. She asked me who I am. You probably hear me say, who are you? She goes on to tell me I'm the tour manager. She doesn't like cameras in her face, so when I put the camera down, she proceeds to let me know that I'm probably one of those guys, one of those types She thought I may have had the camera rolling, which I probably should have looking back on it, but out of respect, because that's what I am. I'm a respectful guy. I'm not here to cause no trouble. I'm just trying to get the inside scoop and figure out what's going on, right? So then, after security and her are talking, they tell me, hey man, can you just go back inside? Woo, woo, woo. So I'm like, okay. So I go back out to the pit, same place I was when I was talking to the security before I went backstage. And here comes this one security guy. I don't know what was his problem for the night, but I mean, he was just on one. I don't know if I've ever seen him there at night, but a big, swole, short guy, man. He may have that short man syndrome. I'm short, so I understand, but my brother, you gotta relax. Like, you doing too much. He wanted no, you gotta get out. No cameras. So I'm like, no cameras? I've been in here the whole time with my camera. Why no cameras? So then he tried to lie, y'all. He tried to lie, look at me dead in my face and lie. He said, oh, well, Lupe got something going on with his eyes, man. He can't do the flash. So me, I'm like, well, that's perfect. I don't even use flash. Nah, man, we can't have you in here, man. We can't have you in here. So meanwhile, I'm like, dawg, what are y'all talking about? Nobody can shoot for Lupe. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, okay, well, we still got another opening act to come on. And, you know, can I get that before, you know, Lupe comes out? So that's when another security guard is like, oh, yeah, man, we can do that. You know, it's not Lupe. It's not Lupe. So as the opening act comes on, the last guy, Kuda the Friend, shout out to him. I do like his music. I was really looking forward to his performance this time around. I got to chop it up with him a little bit beforehand. I was looking forward to it, but now all this stuff started happening, right? So as I'm shooting Kuda, right, the same security guard, the short guy with the muscles, the Ninja Turtle guy, comes up and he's like, you need to go that way. I'm like, what? I'm thinking like I just need to kind of get out of his way because he's trying to he's trying to put me out, y'all. Trying to put me out the pit. Your favorite shooter's favorite shooter getting put out the pit. I'm like, why? He goes, man, you seen what you was doing back there, man, with the tour manager, man. I'm like, fam, I'm a cameraman holding the camera. That's what I do. And I also said when she asked me to put it down, I put it down. But apparently she didn't like that. I guess she called herself trying to get one up on me because she was a tour manager. And that's perfectly fine with me. So I did get escorted out and my camera got kicked out of the show. I was allowed to come back in. I don't know why I even came back in. But it was okay. I mean, I got to walk right back up to the front because it was kind of empty in there. So it was all good. But really wasn't gung-ho to see Lupe at this point anyway. You know, my whole cheek was all messed up by this point. You know what I'm saying? That was messed up. So, needless to say, I got kicked out, or my camera got kicked out of the Lupe show. I didn't get any shots of him. I did get some raggedy footage from my phone. You know, here's him, you know, performing one of his hits. I can't remember exactly what song. I won't let you guys hear the audio because it's very trash. But, you know, you get the gist of it. So as I stated in the beginning, this was probably one of my least favorite shows that I've had the opportunity to attend. So I'm going to give this 2 rounds of applause on a 5 applaud basis. That's Lupe Fiasco. If you like him, you like him. If you don't, you don't. If you check him out, I think this time around, tickets were about $35 or so, $30, $35. If you have VIP, I'm not sure how much that costs, but you wasted your money. But, you know, it is a business. Legna got theirs, and he got his. So, it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts, comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, all of it. Let me know what you think about me getting my camera kicked out of the show. I do apologize as well to some of the other photographers that had to remove their cameras as well. It was my fault. If you watched this and you were told to take your camera back out, it was because of me. But I don't think I was wrong. I'm just trying to get the inside scoop for you guys. This is what I do. This is why I call it Press Pass. So let me know what you think. Subscribe, like, comment, share. I know I just said that, but do it again. Make sure you go check out Grim Joe's Revenge by my guy Javon Banks. If you haven't already, you can purchase that thing on Amazon. Really a good book, good tabletop piece, conversation starter, all of that. Well, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. This is Calvin. This is Press Pass. Peace.